Where your focus goes, your energy flows. And as a trader, this single truth can either make or break your results. The problem? Most traders focus on the wrong things: money, losses, and mistakes. Sound familiar? In today's episode, I will show you why these distractions are so dangerous, where your attention really needs to go, and how simplifying your focus can completely transform your trading game. You are listening to the Confidence in Trading podcast. I am your host, Agnieszka Wood, a trading mindset coach and a seasoned day trader with over a decade of experience. If you are new to my show, don't forget to subscribe so you can come back for the next episode. In this podcast, we explore the fascinating world of psychology and the human element of trading. We take a deep dive into different perspectives to inspire you and help you navigate the emotional ups and downs of trading with self-compassion and confidence. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro, this podcast is your trusted companion, providing support on your trading journey. Get ready to boost your confidence and unlock the secrets to mastering your mindset for success. Welcome to episode number 44, 3 Deadly Distractions in Trading and What to Focus on Instead. Today we are diving into one of the most overlooked aspects of trading success: focus. The truth is, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And as traders, this can make or break your results. If you have been feeling stuck, constantly spinning your wheels despite putting in the effort, chances are your focus might be in the wrong place. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about how narrowing your attention to just a few key areas can not only simplify your trading, but also completely transform your results. Less is more. And by the end of this episode, you will understand how focusing on what truly matters can help you leave distractions behind and finally start seeing the progress you've been chasing. Focus is about narrowing your attention to just a few key things that truly matter. Less is more. When you focus on fewer things, you naturally get better results. Why? Because your mental energy is like a spotlight. Wherever you shine it, that's what grows. That's what begins to manifest itself in your life. If your focus is scattered, you are scattering your energy. You are spreading yourself thin, and as a result, you don't see much effects of your efforts. And it feels like you are doing a lot, but not getting anything done. You amplify stress and chaos. But when you focus your attention on the right things, on fewer things, you concentrate your energy. It's like taking a scattered beam of light and turning it into laser. Suddenly, your efforts start to align and you see real progress. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and stuck in a cycle of frustration, you begin to experience clarity and control. Focusing on what matters doesn't just simplify your trading, it transforms it. You stop chasing after every little distraction and start building momentum in the areas that actually drive results. And here is the best part: the more you simplify your focus, the more you free up your mental energy for what counts: your process, your growth, and ultimately your success. Now, it's important to understand that your mental energy isn't infinite. Every second you spend worrying about things outside of your control, whether that's your last loss or the fear of making a mistake, is energy you could have invested in the one thing that really drives success: your process. The ripple effect is that when your focus is in the right place, you feel more clarity and confidence in your trading. On the flip side, when your focus is on the wrong things, you will feel stress creeping in, and that stress often leads to impulsive decisions. The market is unpredictable, but your mind doesn't have to be. You have the power to decide where you place your attention. And when you focus on things within your control, you create the stability your mind needs to stay balanced and grounded. It's a simple principle. If you want to remain stable, you need to focus on something stable. Think about being on a boat in rough waters. What do you do to steady yourself? You look at the horizon. By fixing your gaze on something steady, your mind and body can find balance. Now, imagine the opposite. If you focus on the waves, constantly shifting and unpredictable, it becomes nearly impossible to stay stable. That's exactly what happens when you let your mind fixate on things that are always changing, like market movements or outcomes beyond your control. This is why controlling your internal focus is your superpower. It helps you stay grounded and consistent even when conditions around you are volatile. And that's the real key to thriving in trading, mastering where your focus goes so you can keep sailing the rocking boat with confidence and control. Now, let's talk about the three biggest distractions that traders fall into and why they are so dangerous. These distractions might seem like they deserve your attention, but in reality, they are holding you back. So let's break them down. The first one is money. It's natural to think about profits, right? After all, that's why we trade, to make money. But here is the problem. When you are constantly checking your P&L, your emotions start driving your decisions. You feel amazing when you're up, and maybe you even get greedy. But when you're down, that desperation creeps in. And neither of those mindsets leads to smart trading. Focusing on profits blinds you to take the steps it takes to actually earn them. It's like staring at the scoreboard in the middle of a game instead of playing your best. The better alternative? Focus on the process. The repeatable actions you take, like planning your trades, managing your risk, and sticking to your strategy. That's what generates profits over time. When you focus on the process, the money takes care of itself. The second distraction is losses. Let's be real. Nobody likes losing. But the reality is, losses are part of the game. The problem comes when you fixate on them. If you are constantly thinking about your losses, fear takes over. You start hesitating, you start doubting yourself, and before you know it, you are either stuck in revenge trading or frozen in analysis paralysis. Here is what I want you to remember: losses are not a reflection of your worth, they are feedback. They are the market's way of giving you information about what works and what doesn't. The key is to shift your focus from avoiding losses to understanding them. What is the market teaching you? What can you learn from the last trade? Every loss is an opportunity to refine your strategy and improve. The third distraction is mistakes. We all make them. Mistakes are part of trading, just like losses. But obsessing over your mistakes, that's where the real danger lies. When you get stuck in that cycle of replaying your errors over and over again, you build up self doubt. And that hesitation can cost you real opportunities in the market. Mistakes aren't failures, they are data. They are little breadcrumbs that show you patterns and areas to improve. True failure is when you don't learn from your mistakes. So instead of beating yourself up, focus on finding those patterns. What does this mistake teach you? How can you use it to make a smarter decision next time? Here's the bottom line: these distractions, money, losses, and mistakes, are all part of the trading game, but they don't deserve your focus. The more attention you give them, the more they drain your energy and hold you back. All right, now that we have tackled the distractions that hold traders back, let's flip the script and talk about what you should focus on. These are the three winning focus areas that will make the biggest difference in your trading: your process, risk management, and growth. Let's break them down. Your process is a critical part of your edge. Your process isn't just about taking trades, it's about everything you do before, during, and after a trading session. Your pre market preparation, your execution during the session, and your post trade review, they all work together to create consistency. But none of that matters if you can't follow through. When you stick to a solid routine, you take the guesswork out of trading. You are no longer making impulsive decisions or chasing the market. You are operating from a place of discipline. And that's when your process transforms into your edge. And that's exactly why focusing on your process is so important. By keeping your attention on what you can control, your preparation, your execution, and review, you free yourself from distractions that lead to emotional reactions. This focus ensures you are not at the mercy of the market's unpredictability. Instead, you are following a structured plan, consistently applying the actions that create results. It doesn't matter what the market throws at you because you are not reacting emotionally. You are simply following the plan. Here is the key: build a process that works for you, one that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance, and make it your North Star. This will make it easier to follow it. Let your process guide you, not the ups and downs of the market. And remember, when you focus on following the plan, the results will come naturally. Don't chase the results, chase the process, because that's where your edge truly lies. The second focus area is risk management. Let's be real. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you are not managing your risk, it won't matter. One bad trade, one moment of overconfidence, and you can wipe out weeks or even months of progress. Success in trading isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. That's why risk management is non negotiable. The best way to manage risk? Set your stop loss levels before you even enter a trade. Decide how much you are willing to lose and stick to it. And it is not just about putting a hard stop loss order in place. It's about truly accepting the loss upfront. This means deciding before you even enter the trade how much you are willing to lose and having the integrity to take the loss when your stop limit is reached. And here is where focus plays a huge role. If your attention is constantly on money, how much you are making or losing, or if you are obsessing over trying to avoid losses entirely, it becomes much harder to make peace with the idea of taking a loss. Why? Because your focus is in the wrong place. When you are fixated on the outcome, either clinging to profits or running from the fear of loss, you start negotiating with yourself. You might hesitate to set a realistic stop loss, or even worse, move it further away once you are in the trade. And that's where things spiral out of control. But when your focus shifts to managing your process instead of avoiding losses, everything changes. Accepting a loss upfront becomes less emotional and more logical. You recognize that losses are part of the trading game, and setting a stop loss isn't a failure. It's a way to protect your capital and stay in the game. Focusing on the right things like your process and risk management give you the clarity and discipline to honor your stop loss, even when emotions try to pull you off course. Because in the end, sticking to your stop loss isn't just about risk management. It's about staying focused on what truly matters and trading with integrity. The third focus area is growth. In order to grow, you first need to become aware of where your focus goes, because your focus directs your energy, and that energy determines the direction of your growth. The amount of energy you give to something also decides how fast it will grow. If your attention is scattered or fixed on things that don't serve you, your growth will reflect that. It will be chaotic and stagnant. And when you focus on what isn't working and ruminate on your mistakes or failures, you will keep repeating those same patterns. This becomes a form of self sabotage. But when you intentionally shift your focus to the areas that truly matter, those key elements that you know contribute to your success as a trader, you start to grow in the direction you want. This is the mindset shift that separates the best traders from the rest. Every trade, whether it's a win or a loss, is an opportunity to learn. The most successful traders don't see setbacks as roadblocks. They see them as stepping stones to improvement. It's all about perspective. As Wayne Dyer famously said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So, how do you begin building this awareness? One of the most powerful tools is journaling. If you have been following me for a while, this probably won't surprise you. Keeping a trading journal allows you to reflect on where your focus has been and determine if it aligns with your goals. It's not just a record of your traits, it's a tool for self awareness. Through journaling, you can track lessons, spot patterns, and measure your progress. With every entry, you gain clarity about what's working and what's not, and what adjustments you need to make moving forward. Growth isn't just about sharpening your technical skills, it's about developing the resilience and the adaptability to thrive in a constantly changing market. And it all starts with awareness because once you are aware of where your focus goes, you can intentionally direct it toward growth you want to achieve. Now that we have covered the importance of focus and the areas you should prioritize, let's talk about some practical tips to help you sharpen your focus every day. First, practice mindful trading. Mindfulness is about staying present in the moment, which helps you reduce emotional noise and make clearer decisions. When you are mindful, you're not dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes. You are fully engaged in the trade at hand. Next, set daily intentions. At the start of each trading day, choose one primary focus. To make this even more actionable, consider incorporating it into your journal. Before the market opens, write down your intention for the day. For example, today my focus is to stick to my entry and exit parameters without deviation. Or my goal is to maintain emotional control by taking short breaks between trades to reset and using breath techniques to regulate my nervous system. This helps you start the day with a clear purpose and keeps you accountable to your focus. The key here is simplicity. Less is more. By narrowing your focus to just one thing, you will bring more energy and clarity to what truly matters. Whatever your focus is, just write it down, review it through the day, and reflect on it at the end of each session in your journal. By setting your daily intentions and pairing them with clear, actionable steps, you will find much easier to maintain focus and grow as a trader. The third one, limit distractions. Create a trading environment that's free from unnecessary noise, whether it's a physical clutter, market news that doesn't align with your strategy, or emotional triggers that throw you off balance. Why? Because a clean, focused space leads to a clean, focused mind. Research shows that our brains are limited in how many things we can focus on at once. According to cognitive psychology studies, most people can hold only about 3 to 4 items in their working memory at any given time. When we try to juggle more than that, our efficiency drops significantly and we are more likely to make mistakes. This is often referred to as cognitive load. Now imagine your trading environment. If your desk is messy and you've got multiple news feeds running and you are emotionally reacting to every market move, you are overloading your cognitive capacity. This clutter, physical, digital, or emotional, competes for your limited attention and makes it harder to focus on what you really need to focus on, like following your plan or managing risk. So, how do you create an environment that supports your focus? Start with the physical space, keep your desk clear of distractions, and have only what you truly need for trading in front of you. Digitally, turn off unnecessary notifications or news feeds that don't serve you. And emotionally, take control of your state by practicing mindfulness techniques or take short pauses. By eliminating distractions and designing a space that prioritizes clarity, you will free up your brain's limited capacity for what truly make you confident and help you make well thought out trading decisions. Finally, review and reset. At the end of your trading day, take time to reflect on what worked and what didn't, and where you will focus tomorrow. This is also a great opportunity to practice your journaling skills again. This post trading routine helps you realign your priorities and ensures you are learning and growing from each session. When you combine mindfulness, clear intentions, a distraction free environment, and a commitment to review and reset, you will be amazed how much sharper and more effective your focus becomes. Misplaced focus can be one of the biggest obstacles to your success as a trader. When your attention is scattered on distractions like money, losses, or mistakes, it drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and leads to emotional exhaustion. This lack of clarity often results in impulsive decisions like overtrading or abandoning your strategy and can cause you to miss valuable opportunities by losing sight of the bigger picture. On the other hand, strategic focus transforms the way you trade. By centering your attention on the right areas like following your process, managing risk, and embracing growth, you create clarity and control. A process driven focus keeps you grounded and disciplined, even in volatile markets, helping you avoid emotional reactions and stick to your plan. Focusing on growth allows you to turn setbacks into stepping stones for improvement, for building resilience in the face of challenges. And when risk management becomes your priority, you ensure the sustainability of your success, protecting your capital and your ability to stay in the game for the long term. Trading isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. When you simplify your focus and keep your attention on the process, risk management, and growth, you will find that the results take care of themselves. Remember, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And the fewer things you focus on, the more and quicker progress you will make. Thank you for listening to the Confidence in Trading podcast. If you are enjoying my show, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and tell me what you like about it. Thanks to you, more traders will be able to find me, and together we'll make a bigger impact. So thank you so much. If you are new to my show, don't forget to subscribe so you can come back for the next episode. And make sure to also check some of the previous shows. Thank you again for tuning in. This is Agnieszka Wood from Ahead Coach. Bye for now.